Yes, I love myself. Yes, I love myself.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nicole, aka K Beauty, and I am back with another tutorial on natural makeup for beginners. So if you want to know how I achieve this look, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Hey y'all, so let me go ahead and put this out there. I have a pimple on the side of my face. Do you guys see it? So anytime that I be trying to snap a pose or make a video, here they come, and I'm starting to get them as I get older. But whatever, I also need a fill-in. I told y'all these videos are gonna be raw and uncut, and I also broke a nail, so y'all just do not mind all of that. I told y'all this is gonna be raw and uncut, so that's what I'm dealing with today. Let's get started. So you guys see that I have my natural face. I always like to start with my eyebrows. I have a clean, fresh face. I've already washed my face. I don't use a particular type of facial wash. I actually use my husband's facial wash. Hey, babe. I use my husband's facial wash because I don't have a lot of skin problems. Only when, of course, Flow comes in, and that's it. But I always use his facial wash. I don't moisturize and prime first. That's a preference. You don't have to do it that way. I typically start with my eyebrows first. Oh, and I also need to arch my eyebrows. So they're not in the perfect condition, but again, we're just gonna go with it. We're all human. It happens, whatever. Okay? So just take it as you just got off work and then the nail salon was like, no, we can't do. Okay? So that's what we're gonna go with today. All right. So again, I start with my eyebrows first. This is because I feel like sometimes when you moisturize first and you're trying to put that pencil on top, it just the line don't be as dark as it could be, and it's hard to see. So I do the opposite. Start my eyebrows first, then go back and moisturize. But you'll see, again, you don't have to do it this way. So keep in mind that all the products that I'm using today, I will try to call them out where I've gotten them from, but these are budget friendly products. But again, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm starting with my spoolie to kind of manicure my eyebrows, if that makes sense. So I just kind of rake them up in an upward position. Don't judge me. I do need to arch my eyebrows and clean them up, rather. These are my natural eyebrows. This is my natural face, and you're not gonna catch me slipping a lot in these streets with this face, but gotta start from a fresh face. So as you can see, I'm raking them up and over. And I'm gonna do the same for my other eye. What you do to one side, go ahead and do to the other side. So I'm going to start with my eyebrow pencil. I brought this from the beauty supply store. I typically use a dark brown, and I like the size of my eyebrows, if that makes sense. If you want to go wider, you go wider with your outline. If you want to go smaller, you go smaller. You just want to kind of make sure that it's blended. So I typically just start with the outline of my own eyebrows. Outline that. This step does not have to be perfect. You're just trying to get a basic outline of your eyebrows, okay? So I take my pencil, and I don't start at the very end. I kind of, sorry if I start making faces, y'all, because you know this be serious. But as you can see, I'm just outlining the bottom, and now I'm going to move to the top. I do not start at the end. That is a preference. I think it looks more natural when you blend it. You're gonna let these come together at the end. And as you can see, I'm resting my pinky on my face just to make my hand a little more stable, like so. See that? Once I get like a outline, I then take my spoolie and move it in an upward position, like strokes, little small strokes like that. And the purpose of it is to cut because I need to see where I'm going when I fill it in, if that makes sense. So you see, like right up in here, I need to fill it in. So just like I did those small strokes with the spoolie, I go in with little small strokes like so. And I typically stay on this eyebrow until I get to a stopping point. I take my spoolie. The reason why I said don't go too far is because this is where your blending comes in. I kind of take it and blend it this way to kind of pushing that pushing the product, if that makes sense. Kind of trying to blend it into my eye. And it takes a minute, so you're just gonna keep kind of sitting there until it gets not perfect, but almost perfect. Not even perfect, y'all, because I'm not perfect, but you get my wrath. I'm trying to get just an outline, so they're perfect actually, and I'll clean them up later. So got my eyebrows done. They're not completed, okay? They're thick and I just needed an outline, but I will clean them up later. It is time to go ahead and moisturize, and I use this Olay moisturizer. I've been using it for quite some time, like maybe a couple of years. I brought this from Walgreens. And it's actually, I was in a rush on the way to do a client's makeup and I needed it. So I take about this much and spread it throughout my hands, y'all. And it's not a lot. You're not lotioning your body, okay? You're moisturizing your face. So as you see, I'm working it in. I still have some on my hands. I'm working it in. Then I'm going to take my e.l.f. primer. I've been using this primer for about a few months, and I love it. I love it because it's not heavy and it doesn't have an odor. You can find this primer at, can you guys see? At Walmart. I picked it up at Walmart. So again, I've been using it for a few months now. It's not too oily. I tend to get really shiny. Priming is very essential when you're putting on foundation. I feel like it protects the skin even more, and I feel like it's just a barrier between the foundation and your skin. So I always prime, always. So I use about a pump and a half, and I literally place the primer because I want to make sure I get every single area. Okay guys, so now I'm going to start working on my eyebrows. Again, like I said, the outline, you see my eyebrows are thick and not quite put together yet. So here's where this part does matter. To outline my eyebrows and to clean them up, rather, I use the LA Pro concealer. This is in the shade Toffee. Depending on the brightness of whatever eyeshadow you're using, you'll go lighter, but since it's a natural look, I use Toffee. This is kind of my go-to. It still has the price tag on it, so when I tell y'all I'm using budget-friendly things, this is $3.99 at your local beauty supply store. So I just take a little bit. This is, sorry about that noise, y'all. I'm just taking a little bit on the back of my hand. That's all you need. A little goes a long way. And I'm going to actually clean up my eyebrows. This part is important. Although you'll still have a chance after this to clean them up some more. but you want to kind of get it as clean as possible. So I'm gonna go out just a little bit, like so, and I'm gonna go right under where I want the eyebrow to stop. And as you can see, it is cleaning up my eyebrow. And I go ahead and do it for this side. Then I bring the concealer down. I bring it down because you want to make a blank canvas. Think when you go to like sip and paint, or when you go paint something, you painting off a blank canvas. Some of us have pigmented eyelids, meaning some people are dark in their eyelids, some people are lighter in their eyelids. So the concealer makes a blank canvas. You want to start with a blank canvas. All right, so I'm bringing this product down. I'm going to redip, not too much. I want to make sure that it is even across my whole eyelid. Okay guys, so now for our eyeshadow. So I am using today BH Cosmetics. You can find it at Burlington. They do have a website, but you can find a lot of their palettes at Burlington. Yes, Burlington Coat Factory. I know you guys don't think about buying makeup there, but you can. BH Cosmetics is the palettes that I use. When I start with my eyes, I usually start with the transition color, which the transition color would be pretty much the lightest color that you see on the eyelid. Transition is just what it means. It's an easy transition, an easy flow of one color to the next. You don't have to start right there. That's what I start with. With my transition colors, I'm using let me see what this is. The blending brush by e.l.f. It's $3 or $4 at your local Walmart. So yeah, I'm gonna start with my transition color. Y'all don't judge my palette. As you can see, this is gonna be my transition color, and I use it a lot. As you can see, a little hole. Don't judge me, okay? But this is my transition color, so I'm gonna start with that. Gonna get it on the brush really good. I'll tap it a little bit, and I typically start in the corner. I'm gonna make a windshield type of movement effect. So I started here in the corner where I kind of want to start to see it, and I'm gonna go over like so. I'm making little small circular movements as well. Okay guys, so next I'm going to that same palette, this next color rather. You see that hole, I use it a lot. I'm gonna go in with the darker color. I think this is like I don't know, I think you say it mauve, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Is this color, it's like a purple chocolate color. So I'm gonna go in with that color. Don't worry about blending. You just trying to you do worry about blending, but you don't, it's not necessary, if that makes sense. All right. So I kind of go, I like for my eyeshadow to come from like this on over. So I try to, when I put it on, I try to make sure it's, if that makes sense. Okay, so before we move any further, I'm going to try to blend this in That color is kind of dark, so I'm going to try to blend this in with my transition color. Trying to take that harsh line out. And you'll find yourself having to play around with it until you get it right. It does take some patience. It does. So I see that I'm losing my other color, so I'm just gonna keep playing with it until I feel like I can see them both without a line of demarcation. The line of demarcation means a harsh line. Like you can still see it in there. Not so much over here, which is fine. So I'll take a little bit more and try to color that on out. All right, y'all. So now it's time for the lid color. This does not have to be perfect, but you want to get it as perfect as possible because you don't want to do a lot of cleanups. So again, it's to your liking, but I'm going to do the lid color, which is the lid of your eyelid. And this is my BH Cosmetics palette. Again, the one with the little hole. Y'all don't judge me. But this is like a shimmering gold to give it some natural effect. So I'm going to take some. I'm using an eyebrow brush. Ooh, I lost my train of thought. An eyebrow brush. An eyeshadow brush, y'all. An eyeshadow brush. Brought this from the beauty supply store. It's been rocking with me for a couple of years now, okay? All right, so I kind of pull my eye down so I can see. And I'm not swiping it. I'm more so just placing it like this. All right, guys, so the next step, I put on my eyelashes. I've already applied my glue. Of course, I'm using Keiko Beauty. That's me. I'm using Lashes by Keiko Beauty in the style Ladies Night Out. So I've already applied the eyelash glue. If you want a tutorial on how to apply eyelashes, first subscribe and then leave it in my comments below. Okay, I got you. I also put on my eyelashes. I put them on with my hand. Okay, guys. So the next step before we place that foundation on, I like to go ahead and do my eyeliner on top of my eyes. Okay, so real quick, let's talk about my love and hate relationship with foundation. First, I'll be using two types of foundations. I'm just like kind of torn between the two. The first one is the L'Oreal True Match. Can you guys see? And the other one is Fit Me by Maybelline. If I had to choose just one, I would do the Fit Me by Maybelline because it literally allows you to be matte all day, matte, dry all day, okay? But ever since I had my son, my neck has not gotten its color back. So I have to kind of, sometimes my neck is dark, sometimes my neck is light. So, yeah, so sometimes I mix the two, which I think I'm going to mix the two. Go ahead and mix the two today. But while I'm talking, so I have a love and hate relationship with foundation. I'm going to use more of the True Match, the lighter color than the darker color, but I am going to mix the two to try to give me some type of color. I've never been a foundation person. I know I'm into makeup. I literally, y'all, just got into foundation maybe this year. Um, of course, foundation gives you an even tone. Um, sorry, I'm like almost out of this stuff. And my eyes are not looking like much now, but when you put that foundation on, it makes sure, not only does it give you an even tone, but it makes your eyes pop. I'm gonna take my Toffee again, um, and I'm gonna go in with just highlight my little areas that I want to be highlighted. Okay, I have my sponge. It's already damp. And to eliminate time, I'm going to go in and you're just literally patting to blend it. I'm going to set it with powder. I usually do it right then under my eyes so it won't crease. Okay, so the next step, I'm going to do my bottom, my waterline on the bottom. I do this with an angle brush. Sorry for this stuff on my hands, but this is a small angle brush, and I use eyeshadow. I don't use eyeliner for this. So moving on to the blush, I like to use the e.l.f. palette of blush. These are my main four. I'm not a huge blush person. So yeah, I just do it just to add to be a little extra. So I'm gonna smile like so, and I'm gonna hit that and just work it up like so. Then I'm gonna take my bronzer. I love bronzer. I feel like it can just, you don't have to do this when you don't have to use blush or anything. You could do the foundation and be done. But because I'm extra and I don't typically wear natural looks, I have to do something. So again, I smile. And all right, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with our lips. I am not a lip person. Let me repeat, I am not a lipstick person. I'm just starting to get into it, so you'll rarely ever see me with popping lips. I'm trying to get into it. I do like light pinks and nudes and stuff like that. I'm not really a big lipstick fan, but I'm leaning in it. I'm leaning in. I'm there. It's just, you know, about, I have big lips, so I'm a little insecure, I guess, about my lips. So yeah. So we're gonna go in a little bit with a lip with a little lip color. I'm keeping it natural, so I'm actually using this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It's, well, it has a number, so 04. It's by NYX. But I'm going to go in with this. I do not line my lips heavily because I have naturally dark lips anyway. So I only do the top lip and kind of blend it in with the bottom. There you have it. This is my natural makeup look, y'all. Hope you guys enjoy everything. If you like my look, please subscribe and please leave me some positive vibes below. Thank you for watching.